There's playoff football to be played in the East Bay in Oakland, California. Coming up, it's divisional round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Baltimore Ravens and the Oakland Raiders. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. This is fielded at the goal line. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 5 yards on the carry, good pickup on 1st down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go. Check.
On the ground, this is Isaiah Crowell. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the 1st quarter.
Too many ones in this play. 1st quarter, 1st drive, 1st interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A little jet sweep to start the drive. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
We go tonight. 180.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. Well, that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Cut. 180.
Check. 48's the mark.
First carry now for the Memphis man, Darrell Henderson. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. On second and 15 now. Goff, throw right side, going to be taken in by Henderson. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
It's going to be a long day.
Hey, Shell.
Hey, check. Mike 50, Mike 50.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this.
Back. Obama.
3rd and long. It's gone. And he's able to find Diggs. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 37.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Henderson now on 1st and 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now the first carry for Doug Martin. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 12-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll try the air now with Goff. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. Henderson will try to run for the first. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. 6 yards in the wrong direction that time. Not only that, but it brings up 4th. Hopkins' kick is good. Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Ingram again, a first down carry. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now it's Jackson. This will be caught inside the 10. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. A gain of 13. It's a first down. First red zone chance now for the Ravens. They're looking at a first and goal from about the 9. They'll step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
From the 2 now, second and goal. They'll try and punch it in with Crowell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up third down. Third and goal, Jackson. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a fourth and goal.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. It's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. Now gone. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Aaron Donald able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with the tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 25-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Goff in the offense with a first and 10. And he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far.
152 fighter.
They'll run it here. This is James White. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. The UCLA product, Kenny Young, had the tackle.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards.
That's another Raiders first down. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Like 20. Value 3. Value 3.
And they're going to go with the jet sweep. This is Diggs with it. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Back at the 5-yard line now. Second and goal. Second down, it's Henderson. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. From the gun, here's Goff. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Deion Kane there to make the grab. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Hopkins with the extra point. And the lead is now 10-3. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Yo.
From the gun, Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
At the 44-yard line.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. 54 Mike. 54 Mike.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Now after that sack, it's third and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Here's Jackson on third and long. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop it.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going
From the 50, it's gone. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
We go, 76, 76. Go, 12, let's go.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
On second down, it's Henderson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
To throw is gone. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the first. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Value 3, value 3.
Check, check, check. Motion out of backfield.
Hey, echo. Maverick, let's go.
Out of the gun, Goff. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive. but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The drive starts with a completion left side, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in,
under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. 36. 36.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. Maurice Hurst, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yep.
Run what
Put
you
your
do
foot on
best.
the gas.
Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6.
A shotgun snap for goal. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
Cut. 180.
Get the 50. Check my 50.
Super. Here we go. Cut.
From the gun on 3rd down. Gone. And he finds McLaurin. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 38-yard line.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
17.
Now Goff on 1st down. He's going to let this go for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Goff. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 26.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Raiders 13. Ravens 3.
Check.
On 1st and 10, Goff. His throw caught right around the 6. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Again, Goff. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Terry McLaurin there to make the grab. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Jackson to the right side and complete to Hurst. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Samson Abuka picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here we go, 50.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson, and an alley to run. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to.
Now the ball comes loose, and the Raiders pick it up. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. They go play action here on 1st down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Aaron Donald able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Back to throw. Goff. Well, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Here's Goff. Left side caught by Diggs. Called that a very strong gain of 24. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. Goff. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. James White there to make the grab. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Goodwin. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Ravens get a bit closer. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to reach. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you. And you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protect.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Goff now to throw. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play. And the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Jackson on 1st down. Steps away to his left. And an alley to run. And avoids the contact by sliding. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. being chased out left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. I got it.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jackson, and this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. On 1st down, Henderson. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin.